Hi guys, and welcome back to the Cassie Projects. So in this week's video I am going to be doing another episode of Create This Book Too. I've chosen a page from the book. Excuse my voice by the way, I've had a bit of a sore throat, stemmed from my hay fever. Allergies, man, they're horrendous. You may have watched my video where I did Create This Book Too in 102 minutes and 35 seconds. Was it pretty? No. I don't know, Lola, I don't know what to do. But did it give me a fair few decent ideas? That has inspired me, that has. Do you see what I'm getting at? Yes it did. So I am going to be recreating one of my ideas from that book. So you may remember me doing Create a Room, which is page 142, 143. And this is design this room by colouring the walls, filling it with furniture and or adding windows. So my idea was to create a room that is going through the decoration process. So the wallpaper is being stripped off the walls. There's a ladder sat on the side. There's I was going to say plant pots, paint pots on the side open, wet paint brushes, and yeah, just make it look like it's in the middle of being decorated. I did a very simple version and I was really pleased with this idea, so I really want to have a go and see what I can do with it. But of course I'm going to make it pretty, I'm going to make it look good, because I've got all the time in the world to do it, instead of, well, towards the end it got to about 20 seconds per page. Let's do Create This Book Too. Here is my Derwent precision pencil. It's fantastic for sketching out 0.5mm. Love it. Okay, so now we've got the ink filled up in my beautiful ink pen. It is time to go over all the lines and make it look all pretty. So the idea is that I've got all the lines drawn and then I go in with some watercolour. So yeah, since I had the drawing down, this was the easy part really. Okay, so next up I mix some of the ink that I use for my ink pen with some water, and this creates this lovely ink wash. And basically I am going in and doing all the shadows, doing all the bits that would be darkened, and this enables the watercolour process to be so much easier because I've already worked hard on the highlights and the lowlights. And with black and white, it's always that little bit easier. And I absolutely loved how it made the walls look so distressed underneath. It just made the wallpaper really pop out. I was able to do the shadowing around the ladder, which was fantastic because I didn't have to work on changing the colours when it came to putting the colour in there, because it already darkened it up because the ink's there. So if you struggle with watercolour, then this is a really good way of making it easier for yourself, because you haven't got to mess around with darker and lighter tones of one colour. Instead, the black ink does that for you.
Okay, so now I'm going in with Posca paint pens. The reason being is we started off with that frame. That frame was now in my way a little bit because obviously I had the ladder in front of it, and then some of the bits of wallpaper were in front of it, and you can't cover up things with watercolour. So I thought I'm going to go in with Posca. I actually decided to drip some of it out and use my paintbrush so that I could create this still painted effect, but also I could get in those little bits like the bars on the ladder so much easier. Now the silver in particular I think was brilliant. It made it look more like metal, which I really enjoyed, and it really cast like light onto that ladder as well, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, really pleased with the Posca. I think it really added to the picture and made everything stand out so much more. Now the best bit, I think personally, was adding the design to the wallpaper. I decided to go with this bright red and then these pale petals around. It's really simple, it's a simple design, but it transformed this picture. Like, I love the almost cartoony effect of the wallpaper on the really distressed walls, and I'm so pleased with the outcome, so happy with how it's turned out. Okay, and finally I'm going in with a black Posca marker, and this is just to go over the pen lines because some of it kind of disappeared into the background because I used Posca, and that kind of just goes over the ink. I added a little bit of stitching on the canvas sheet at the bottom as well, which I think really added something, and yeah, it just made it pop. There you have it, it's gorgeous, I love it. I really enjoyed doing this video this week, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to this channel. It really helps out. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. It's really exciting, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.
If, like me, you like getting creative, not just art, not just crafts, but even if it's DIY or baking or gardening, whatever you're into that allows you to get creative, then feel free to come and join my Facebook group. It's called Cassie's Creativity Club, and basically we just share our artwork. We encourage each other, inspire each other. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!